everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome. I'm actually getting used to this thing. Thank you and welcome. I want to sincerely appreciate each and every one of you for your love, for your support, the comments, the encouragement. Oh my God, I felt it. Thank you so much. God bless you. I am so honored. Thank you so much. Yeah, as you can see from the caption, I'm actually treating a topic today that is so dear to my heart. It is something I've experienced, it is something I've gone through, it is something that I know how it felt. And that's why it's like the next content I'm actually dropping, because I felt that I have some audience who are recent graduates, I have some audience in whatever phase. I think everybody needs to actually learn negotiating skills when it comes to your salary expectation. In this particular video, I'll be sharing my own experience, my own take when it comes to bargaining, when it comes to negotiating. This particular topic is like a pain to me. When I remember it, it's not always a thing of joy. It's a lot. Yeah. So in this particular video, I will be talking about my experience when it comes to bargaining salaries, when it comes to negotiating salary, and at the same time I'll be talking about reasons why we tend to actually bargain. We tend to undervalue ourselves. What are the reasons why we undervalue ourselves? What can undervaluing yourself lead to? How can it affect you? So this is what I will be talking about in this video. So sit back, relax, and then I want you to learn and then pick some things. Anybody that has subscribed to this channel, anybody that is actually following this channel should be able to pick one or two things from this particular video. So I'll be sharing my own experience when it comes to salary negotiation. So I will give like a story then before talking about what leads to wrong salary negotiation most of the time. So after graduating from the university, I was privileged to get an offer from an international company. So now, the thing is, in this video, I will not be talking about how I got the offer, but I will be majorly focusing on the salary negotiation. By God's grace, I hope that in my next video, I will be able to teach, or I will be able to talk about how I got my first job. So about the salary negotiation, so I got the call, oh, you have been invited for an interview, all of that, and then yeah, I jumped on it and I did the interview. It went well, I think. Yeah, so, and then I was asked, what would you like to be paid? Now, this question of what would you like to be paid looks like something that companies should not be asking again. Like people say that, oh, companies should have a standard of payment, there should be a range of payments. But as much as I go or as I progress in my career, I realize that these questions are not changing. Company keeps on asking the questions. Even companies that are more international, companies that you think that, oh, they should have ranges, they should have standards. There is actually nothing like that. Some do and some don't. So it's better when you are much prepared for the question when you are asked. So yeah, that's what I wanted to lay first. So I was asked the normal question, oh, what would you like to be paid? First of all, I wasn't used to, okay, so let me say this first. The state where I was going to, or where the location, where the job is, I've not been there before, right? So I was asked, what is your salary expectation for this particular role? So for those that are in Nigeria, we spend Naira. That's our currency in Nigeria. So I said, oh, between 70 to 100. Now, anybody that knows Lagos, Nigeria, and anybody that knows, okay, I won't mention the name of the company where I worked. Some people know, but I won't mention the particular company. But of course, I said I wanted to be paid between 70 and 100. First wrong thing was, don't ever try to give a range for your salary expectation. Now, why did I say that? When it comes to range, you have the first range and the last number within the range. When I say between 70 and 100, a smart company would give you the first range, that is 70K. which is what should be. Now, mind you, there are some things that actually led to my decision of saying 70 to 100K. So this is what I will be treating in this particular video. What leads to wrong salary bagging? The first one is lack of preparation. Lack of preparation, that's number one. When you are not prepared for an interview, when you are not informed, in fact, you might even be prepared for an interview, but you are not prepared for this particular question. Now, before I actually jump to even telling you what leads to wrong salary negotiation or bagging, I want you to note one thing, right? No company is doing you a favor, right, by employing you. Let me say that again. No company is doing you a favor by employing you. Once you get an email saying that, oh dear Mrs. or dear Sister A, you have been invited for an interview, that automatically means that in one way or the other, your CV was appealing to them to be able to call you for an interview. That means there's a value you can offer. That means there's something that you can give. Nobody is doing you a favor by employing you. Why did I say that? The first reason why I said that is because you are going to do the work. Whether you are paid more, whether you are paid less, you are going to, it does not stop your standard of work. Whatever amount you are paid, it doesn't stop your standard of work. You said it yourself that this is the amount I want to earn because they asked you and you answered, right? So nobody is to be blamed that, oh, this is how much you said it with your mouth. This is what I wanted to, this is what I want. This is my salary expectation. I don't know if you're getting my point. So nobody is actually doing you a favor by employing you. Now, maybe you've been praying, you've been expectant, oh, I need to get an interview, and now you got the invite, which means your CV is appealing to a particular company. Your skills are the relevant requirements of a particular company. That job role is a fit for you, and now you got the interview offer. And now, it's your time to shine. Now you are being asked, what is your salary expectation? Now you are prepared for the interview, you want to smash the interview, you want to do this, but you are not thinking about the salary expectation, which is actually one of the most important things to think about. So now you were asked, what is the salary expectation? But you're not prepared, so you just give them a particular price. This is the amount, or this is the range. Give me between 70 and 100. So note that when you say 70 and 100, companies would automatically pick your first value, 70K, right? Yeah. So again, no company is doing you a favor by employing you. For you to get an interview invite, it means that you are what's being employed. Okay? So how do you prepare? How do you prepare exactly for these particular questions? Now, the first thing to do after getting an interview invite, or you're done with the preparation of the interview and everything, and now you want to focus on the salary bagging. Example of places you can go to check for salary ranges, you can go to Glassdoor. I'm going to put the link here. You'll see it. So when you go to glassdoor.com, you'll be able to see, you can search with your job title. Okay, so from there you'll be able to see the ranges of salary that you have an idea of what is being paid. Because in my case, I wasn't prepared for the salary because honestly, I just wanted an interview. Oh, I needed a job. This one, just give me, I was just more focused on this interview. And now this is the kind of thing that happens to most graduates. All right, you've been expecting, oh, when will they call me? And now they called you for the interview, right? But you are not prepared for the question, salary negotiation, because you are going to be asked. You're going to be asked. So you be prepared. Make your findings very well. Make your research very well. Go to Glassdoor. Check the link. Put your job title, and then you reach through. You see the ranges of value that are being paid, and then you can come up with your own. So you know if you are undervaluing yourself or you are just going above the range. Okay, so lack of preparation. Be prepared. Make your research, make your findings, use Google, use Glassdoor. I'll put other links to check salary range in my description, so you can also check. The second one is lack of confidence. So I'll be linking this also to my previous experience. So number one thing is, just note that at that time I just graduated from the university, and so I wanted to get a job. Oh, I wanted to get a job, so I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, I needed a place where I can learn, grow my skills. It doesn't matter how much they're paying me. It doesn't. Meanwhile, because one thing we should notice that this thing is actually going to really affect your productivity if you're not careful. Because at the end of it, or it might happen that you get to even know the amount that your other colleagues are being paid, okay? And then it can affect your productivity at work. You feel cheated, but actually you're not cheated. You're not being cheated because you set this price by yourself, remember? So you have to actually have confidence, all right? Because even the scriptures, in some places in the scripture, you see that confidence, like the subject matter of confidence is actually being emphasized on. Even when you want to approach God, it says, let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace. Come with confidence. Hebrews 14:6. You need to actually come to God himself with confidence. So when it comes to the subject matter of interview, you also need to have your confidence, whether you have the skills or you do not have the skills. The fact that you're called for the interview, or not even whether you have the skills, whether you feel that, oh, maybe you're not an exact match, or you're not 100% sure of your skills, or the truth is that most job you learn on the job. In my case, yeah, I do not really have the experience for the particular job, but I was called for the interview, and they know, people that called you for the interview knows that you're going to learn on the job. I don't know if you get, you're going to learn on the job, and then at the time you undervalue yourself, you're assuming you do not know. And the time when you're not good, when you're not very good and now you know, it doesn't change anything. I don't know if you get. So you have to be futuristic. Oh, even if I don't know now, it doesn't mean I would not know later. Because they understand that you are going to learn on the job. And that's why they are offering you the job in the very first place. So you need to keep your confidence intact. If it is your skill that you feel you're not confident about, improve your skills instead of bargaining or negotiating your salary wrongly. Because at the end, you will be hurt. The moment I get to realize that, oh, I wasn't paid well. Oh, now I cannot blame anybody, okay? But because I said it myself, and thanks to God that even though between the range of 70 and 100K I mentioned, that wasn't what I was eventually paid. But even at that, what I got was still less than what I should be paid. Okay? So that means the salary is actually more than like times 2 of what I even mentioned. Okay? So it was a lack of confidence. I felt that, oh, I do not know much. I just needed a place to learn. I just want to learn. And so you learned. You've learned 2-3 months on the job. You're already getting good. And then you remember that you're not being paid well. These, first of all, you know what affects? It affects your productivity. And at the same time, okay, let's say, for example, now you say you want to leave the job because you're not being paid well. All right? Let's say you did 3 months and you want to leave. This decision of leaving 3 months into entering the job can actually affect your next job. Because you'll be asked, why did you leave the job? Why did you resign? All of those questions. So you need to actually be very, very careful when it comes to making this decision. Your confidence has to be intact. You do not have the skills. You're not 100% perfect with the skills that is being required. But you are being called for the interview. That means there's a value, that means there's a prospect. That means you have something to offer. Okay? You have something to offer. You have something to give. They are not doing you a favor by employing you. So your confidence has to be intact. You have to prepare. Okay? And then the third one, which is the last one I'll be mentioning, is fear of rejection. You're scared of being rejected. That is the truth. And you know that, oh, if I give a particular range that is too high, oh, they might say they don't want to employ me, or I'm too expensive, or I'm this. And sometimes it will affect you. Like, okay, let me just do it small. Let me not overdo it. Oh, goodness. So in my case, it was a total fear of rejection. I was scared. Like, oh, I got interview, international company. Oh my God, I need this job, obviously. So now, after I did the interview and I said the range that I wanted and the interview was over and all of that, so somebody that actually, that's why I said I wouldn't be talking about how I got the job, but the person that actually linked me up was asking me, oh, I was told you did well during the interview. Did they ask you for salary expectation? Oh, I said, yes, they asked me. He said, how much? I said between 70 to 100. He said, oh, they might not give me the job. I said, oh, I must actually get this job. I mean, who says that? I don't understand. I must get this job. And so I went back to my closet. I started praying, oh God, I must get this job. I must get this job. Let them forget what I've said. You know that? I was like, oh, I must get this job. Oh, I started praying. I was scared of being rejected. You wouldn't even believe that even the man that helped me was telling me that, oh, when you get the mail for your acceptance, tell them that you don't want to do less than 250,000. And I'm like, hey, this man wants to destroy my destiny. I would not allow you to destroy my destiny. I said, I don't care. Like, just give me the job. Can you imagine? The fear of being rejected, all because I need the job desperately. Okay? So without even thinking of the consequence, right? I was scared of being rejected. I was scared of being rejected, not thinking about what is ahead of me, because I'm at the end of it all. I realized that there's room to learn on the job and get better. And at the time when I now got better, I was not doing very well on the job. Sometimes I am being affected because I'm being underpaid, which was not anybody's problem. I caused it for myself. Who is to be blamed if not me? And then I wish that I was informed. Wait, the point is not that I was not informed, but consciously it was not registered inside of me, the skills that I can offer. My confidence level was not built. I felt, oh, I was inexperienced. I just wanted the experience. I just wanted to learn without thinking about the consequence. And I'm like, okay, because when I think about the experience, it's always pinching. Like, I remember it's always very halting. Like, I remember, and it's halting me. I felt that, oh, I was being used. But what is the reality? Was I really being used? No. I caused it for myself because I wasn't conscious enough of the value I can give. I wasn't conscious enough of the things I have inside of me. And at the end of my job experience, before I finally resigned, what I told myself is never underestimate yourself. Don't try it. You have so much God has deposited inside of you. You have so much strength. You have so much wisdom. As a child of God, you have the wisdom, you have the strength, you have the enablement. Whatever your hands wants to find, you want to do it well. As a child of God, you will do it well, you will learn on it, you will grow. But if you're not careful, if you do not know this information, or if you do not find this information relevant, it's really going to affect you. I wish that you have learned one or two things from this particular video. And again, even if you have not gained anything, one thing I want you to take from this video is that nobody, I mean no company, is doing you a favor by hiring you, because you will do the job. You will do the job you are being paid for eventually. So from today, when you get that interview invite, when you get that call, or you're being invited for an interview, first of all, you get to prepare. Go online, search websites, go to Glassdoor, check Google. Just put your job title, salary range for this particular role. You see the drop down, you see the list, click on it, make your findings. Okay, this is between this and this. Okay, this is how much, this price is actually good for me. All right, be prepared. If you're going to a new country, search out for the country, a new state, check for the state or check for the city, how expensive things are. Use those things to actually give yourself a particular range or a particular amount. And be certain, be exact in your prices, in your salary, in your whatever, maybe it's your net pay or your monthly pay, just be exact. Young graduates, you're still trying to apply for a job, I'm encouraging you. As much as that interview is very important, your negotiation, your salary negotiation is also of utmost important. So I encourage you, do your findings very well so that your case will not be like mine. So I hope you're blessed and I hope you've learned one or two things from this particular video. If you have similar experience, I want you to also share in the comment section. Please drop if you have a similar situation, or you want to just encourage someone, you want to just give a piece of advice, the addition. I will be looking forward to it in the comment section. Thank you so very much. Please don't forget to like, share, and then subscribe if you haven't. If you are blessed, please subscribe and also share with your friends who maybe they are preparing for an interview or they are looking forward to get an interview. Remember, nobody is doing you a favor by hiring you. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.